Can't switch characters. I'm not trying to switch characters. I'm not clicking those buttons. We got plenty of wire here now. This is why people get wireless gamepads, I think. Alrighty.
Good caravan rebut.
Story time.
Let Paimon think. What were we up to the first time we came here? Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
Yeah, Nahida, that was a thing. Yeah, that's been a while ago. Yes, she may have stumbled upon this place at some point before.
So much time has already passed since then. And it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahita's in charge, right?
Yeah.
Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time. And then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with.
It's hard to say what will happen.
Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next? Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
Wowee, that's rude. I was just thinking that you might be the problem, Paimon.
Huh? Me?
Oh no.
Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out. Anyway, for Nahita's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Next stop, Fontaine.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still.
Why did we go
wandering
to
around.
Fontaine again? Did I miss something?
Yeah. Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. But never mind that. What brings you here?
I'm in so serious. Why so serious?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back.
Oval.
That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
We're going to Fontaine.
Huh? You serious?
Fontaine.
Can't
But
see
why?
that coming.
Me neither.
You are travelers after all. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two?
Thanks, but no.
Escorts for the traveler?
I had
What?
no clue you'd miss us so much.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross the... So, when are you leaving?
Journeys should be spontaneous.
Oh, wait a sec.
Fontaine.
Remember, there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet.
Oh man, are you telling me I have to cook food for that silly Paimon in everyone's heart, including my own? Oh man.
I see. Guess...
Game trying to get you hungry.
Party. Though, now...
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahita?
We'll know from our dreams anyway.
Oh, good point.
I would have still checked on her, come on.
Then, I guess this is goodbye
well.
for now, Traveler and Paimon.
Take care.
Goodbye, dear. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Oh man, oh boy. Can you believe it? We aren't even saying goodbye to the Pari. Everyone's favorite Pari. Hello? Courageous and heroic. The Bloom Guard. Our best buddy Pari. I weirdly had to have some fond memories of that one, even though it was weird, that's for sure. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I haven't seen that one before. Is this above Sumeru where the Pari reside? It's like right next to it. It's like right next to it. What the? What the hell? We could have just walked over here all along, and there would have been the new content before they even made it. Magic. It's a magic trick. Like this new dude from the magic trick side of things. From Fontaine. Okay, so, but there's a waypoint there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Why would I go there when I can get a waypoint? Excuse me? This is Sumeru we are talking about. Can't leave the waypoints untapped. Like, they could have just made us walk through this in the first place.
I summon thee.
You know, or speaking of walking through this, I could just walk through it from over here. Let's pretend we never teleported here. It's like a journey. We're on a journey to Sumeru. I mean, to Fontaine. Yeah, exactly. I get it now. Most people don't have Sayu on their team. I get it now. You need Sayu for this to be fun. Or more fun at least. Wowee. Look at those Sayu skills.
I see everything. Let's move out. Hold the line.
I hope this goes where we wanna go. How are you fighting these guys? No way. There, would you look at this? I feel like the devs were kind enough to cut down the time of the quest in any way they could think of.
Make my escape.
Wowee! I'll go for that later. Of course, there would be chests here too, but we can always revisit them. Would you look at this? What the devs thought of, and then they were like, actually, we'll just teleport people over.
Mission accomplished.
Because actually, we'll just teleport people over. Man, I wasn't ready to just go to the next town. Like, just go to the next town. Like, what? Where's all the build-up? Thanks for the stay safe, Turbo Titan. On Trovo. Meow. Wait a minute. Am I so dumb that you might want to medicalize it? No. No, it's fine. I thought we had to tap the ceiling again to open this chest, and that's it, but no. It's actually just slap the slimes and you're good.
Hey! Rest and rebuild!
See, just as I thought.
Ooh, what's in here? Maybe a growth serum?
Okay, haven't had my gamepad issue random commands yet. Ever since I moved it further up. And away from all the other wires.
Mission accomplished. Can I go back and sleep?
Okay.
I see everything. Hold the line. Come on out.
Want my non-fried mushrooms.
Grow, grow.
So no electro here.
Covenants of the deep.
Oh man, I'll miss those silly mushrooms. Wonder what the Fontaine enemies look like. Speaking of which, you can dive. Go underwater. In Fontaine. How am I supposed to fight these guys? Hello? Hard at work.
I'm out of here.
Dude, imagine going to Fontaine without going through the silly, like, atmosphere building, shell containing, shell statue containing area.
Yeah.
That would be unfortunate.
Can't catch me. By road. This way through the little.
That's it. On the chest side of things. Owie. They show you Celeste something, whatever that was called. The Celeste thing. Wow, look at this. Wow. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can't go there? I wanna go downstairs on this terrace of things. Dude, this is impressive though. Wowie. How do you even? Wowie. How long would it take for all of this to get eroded? And why ain't it eroded yet? So I think we just glide. Easy peasy. Why you get the thing from the weekly reputation Inazuma? You know what I mean? Why you get that? Sorry, Wave Rider. That boat even had a quest. It even has a personality. With a quest and all. Remember? I'm sorry, but we don't do that. Okay, so... can we make it? I think I have to land on the boat in front. Yeah, I think we make a quick stop there. Or... Nah, I make a stop there. Yeah. Easy peasy. Oh, it's a new Oculus. Do we actually need a stop? Hey guys. What's in your heart? Nothing. Empty. Puppet. Nothing to say, nothing to think. How unfortunate for them. Even the... I don't want to spoil it, but even, you know, Granbelm had a nice character. Anyway, meow. Nobody watched Granbelm. I know. It was a fun show. Like...
This must be Fontaine's...
Paimon, can you stop? Thank you. Nice Paimon. But yeah, Granbelm was like such a nice little self-contained, like, Fate Stay Night inspired, but not really, sort of like 13 episode anime, and I totally recommend it, even though it also was so self-contained in terms of what it wanted to say, which wasn't anything special, but it was still a fun ride, and nothing terrible about it. You know what I mean? So it's just like Granbelm, just like one of these anime that's gonna be forever, like, under the radar, kinda like, you know, and it's not even like the show I watched recently, the Seirei Against Loki or whatever, which has like this long-running light novel series to go along with it. Yeah, the curse of being anime original. You don't even have the light novels for people to go to. So, must be a port, yeah.
Wow.
Well, we didn't come with a boat.
Advanced in Fontaine. Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines.
Yeah, they got shiny cogwheels on top of cogwheels. I love this.
Seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think?
Let's meet the Hydro Archon.
Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point.
Journey is to find my sibling and also to find the truth.
Yeah, the more we can learn, the better.
But what about forbidden knowledge? Is this not true either? I mean, as well?
So,
What happened with that?
what's the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality, whatever that means. To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him.
Ooh.
I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Oh.
Excuse me. Can I help you too? I couldn't help but...
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about...
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
No, it wasn't the opera, but the court. I see.
Really? Like, a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
That's right. Go tell them, Paimon.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough.
I mean, in a sense, there's a way to look at it like that. Sure. But what about the truth?
Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
Oh, they say trials as a sort of opera.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Wowee! They solved the truth of the court case. Wowee! A judgment device created by the Archon, so this is the nation of justice.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
Oh, whoa.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Make an appointment?
Is the Hydro Archon super busy
But
taking
we are the
care of
traveler.
official stuff?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason
Popular,
is
ooh.
difficult.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Yeah, that's fine. I should roll for her when she's on the banner. Come on.
First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Why is it all the water characters are mascots? What is going on?
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with...
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying
Seems
something
like the people of
disrespectful about the
Fontaine
Hydro
really
Archon.
like the Hydro Archon. But they don't appear to revere her.
Right, I think we get it. Thank you!
Meow.
At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime.
Paimon, I'm face palming. Why can't my avatar do that too? Hello, I need a button for that. Paimon, we just need to make a plan and gather allies, and then we break into the opera house, and then we will have to have our chat with her. Easy, easy. Of course, that's gonna happen anyway, because we're gonna get framed or some nonsense, obviously.
Hey! What are you looking over there for?
There's a girl over there. She's been standing alone for quite some time.
Huh.
Oh,
What's the matter?
Lunette.
She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
Is she? What?
Maybe we better go check on her.
I mean, we just took a swim, so it can't be that bad. But nothing wrong with saying hi. Yo.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there.
Ooh.
See?
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
They're mermaids.
Though people call the waters around Fontaine a sea, it's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, it's been completely submerged.
Whoa.
He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea.
Whoa.
The water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Wait a minute. But why?
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
Alright, Paimon.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, and you are?
Lynette's brother.
My sister. She often
Meow.
comes here to reminisce about our childhood. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Oh yeah. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
Oh yeah, she's too precious.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, why, Paimon? What are you doing? You always steal all my lines. I know, right? Or there's hardly anything for me to say with Paimon around. Yeah, I mean, same thing.
So that's how you think it is?
Hey, I picked the nice way to put it. Come on.
I also think my brother can be too
Come
talkative at
on,
times.
meow. Oh.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some— Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
Oh, what's happening in Fontaine?
Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Don't
True.
the introductions earlier not count?
True.
Hello, traveler.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Wowee.
Hello, Paimon.
Paimon.
Paimon, get a handshake!
Yeah.
Paimon, are you?
Give Paimon a handshake. What the heck?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove
You
useful.
don't give handshakes to flying creatures, okay?
Oh, all right then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now.
That's a new one.
By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later. Please, follow me.
Nice. We scored a tour guide. Let's go. Hey you. Hey you. Why are you so slow? Hey you. Hello. Hello. Hey you. What are you doing? Ah! There. Amazing.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
Oh, nice. Guess those Archons are in the know about the things. Whoa, never played with the character. I've seen that one before. Nice entrance.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did you know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu.
Oh yeah! You play the Archon, let's go!
I'll see. 2 unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Oh yeah, we have traveled here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
Of course, Paimon. We're like the traveler and Paimon. Come on. What are you talking about? Nobody got a glass? Oh man. Should fall off the brinks, man. What is Farina doing? Dude, at least provide drinks. Meow. Stay hydrated. Meow.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your
Also electrolytes.
you visited
Meow.
other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless.
Aw.
I have come to receive you personally.
Too kind. Meow.
Here is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured. I see clearly your sincerity.
Yes. Yes. Of course. I don't trust her though. It's a nice way to put things, though.
Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, Fosalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Let's rejoice in this. Meow. Finding the Archon was easy enough.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes.
Oh man. I'm not getting the sense that she's gonna get a good spanking somewhere. You know, just a wild idea. But that's the sense I'm getting. Meow.
But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top?
I mean, respectable. But also respectable if, you know... Anyway, meow.
Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding.
Oh, whoa.
Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
I mean, that is impressive. Now that is impressive.
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Feels like she just can't get over herself. I mean, you know, maybe that's not half bad either. Meow.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
I mean, where's the drinks? I thought we got a reception here.
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler?
We're legendary?
Noticed before.
Whoa.
Hey, what's all the commotion?
We're legendary.
Is that Lady Farina?
Go big or go home.
Drama going on?
Meow.
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about.
Whoa.
Lady Farina came here to personally see her. Oh, I bet this is gonna be the duel of the century.
The duel? What? Time to do the duel?
Ooh, I've got
Hell
to see
no.
this. I knew Lady Farina would never...
No dueling on my watch.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus.
Is she like a tsundere on steroids? I guess? I don't know.
You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between
Tsundere for life.
this traveler from another
Meow.
land, just as you were hoping to see.
Wait, there will be a duel? Oh no!
Now she wants to fight?
What?
Getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Is this loser gonna get spanked? Oh no! Meow! Bring it on! What kind of duel is this gonna be?
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
Whoa. Now what the heck is that supposed to mean?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorend. I admire her bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a true warrior.
Now that I think about it, that didn't work so well against the Dendro Archon. Maybe should be a bit more chill, just because, you know, just because Nahida was chill doesn't mean this won't turn out like the... I mean, what is it? Electro Archon. I mean Electro Archon. Yeah, that didn't work so well with the Electro one.
Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Oval.
She's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. I'm getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Now that'll be worth seeing.
Well, that would be worth seeing. Meow.
Right. This is Fontaine.
Right.
after all. With such a grand opera house, it would be a pity not to use
It would
it.
be a pity.
Why do you hear so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
We haven't committed any crimes.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial.
Oh.
It's obvious, isn't it?
Isn't it obvious? Is it though?
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly
Whoa.
violating this law, no?
Objects? We don't get to fly drones for 3 days a month.
Oh, so that's what they've done.
Ooh.
That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
Yeah, man, I guess we're a criminal now. Wanted criminal TivvyCat. Oh no.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
Even if she's flying and objectified by some, she's not an object. Meow.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
Man, go tell him, Lenny.
You tell her, Linny. Finally, someone who's not crazy.
Paimon's so smart.
Anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object. But how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
Of course. We have to go to court. How could it be any other way?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
That'll be a trick, okay? Wowee. The thing is glowing. Oh! Oh!
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
Oh, he did it earlier. Sneaky.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the Traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Oh.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
Aww.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person.
Dude, she's like strongly on steroids. Come on.
But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad.
I mean, I can see Zhongli wanting to get out of that deal, but he sure embraces it.
But even the gods
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now.
I mean, I'll just say, Zhongli shared that quest, the first or second one. I think the second one, yeah. I was like, yeah, I mean, he does play quick and loose with the contracts he enters into. And he wants to. But now for this lady, on a whole different level.
And just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. We never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really
Didn't you know that was going to happen, Lenny?
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
You really that reasonable?
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Lenny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine,
Man, that sounds
the line
fun.
between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred. And speaking
And
of
spicy.
performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go... Oh, you really mean it? Then
How
I'll take
can
you
we
up on your
help?
offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps...
Okay. Distribute flyers or what?
going to use it for.
I want obviously flyers.
About that...
Maybe not. Maybe not, actually.
You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about... I'm not sure exactly when it began. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved.
Ooh.
Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to...
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
And can't you just go to the source of the water? What is going on?
Many people carry on with their lives as
Ooh.
and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic as a magical item. These magic pockets have astonishing capacity.
Oh, Paimon gets it.
Ah,
It's like preparing for a rainy
to
day.
carry your stuff around.
This is more than...
Is there no way to prevent this?
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
Okay. We scored a magic pocket. 3 of them. To give away.
So you're the blonde traveler.
Magic pocket, anyone? Magic pockets.
A magic pocket?
Fresh
Thanks.
from the oven. Magic pockets for everyone. Meow, you get one too. Magic pocket for you and you and you.
You mean...
No, the story
And
said
for the
that
cat.
Time wore on. So,
Oh,
Magic pockets. You get a pocket.
all right.
Even he takes it, despite all his suspicions. It sure is gonna be useful, I believe. Cat believes in magic pockets. Magic pockets in the morning, magic pockets at supper time.
What use is there in worrying about the future all the time?
But you can have a magic pocket for free. She kinda looks like Idia with hair color change. Hello? Meow. There, we did your busy work. I'm so nice.
Pockets? That was fast.
Many are quite stubborn, but we are more stubborn.
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their mind.
Is there anything else you need to do?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine.
More materials for them, okay.
Materials?
Oh, that would be
Oh
much
yeah.
appreciated.
Free materials. Spin to win. If you don't build Sayu, even though you have her, I don't know what's wrong with you, by the way.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect for maritime flowers.
Please build your Sayu if you got her. Easy peasy.
You made
Man,
quick
we're
work of
too
that.
nice.
I can tell you're an maybe next time.
No way. I'm in power saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished.
You see, like, advanced version of Kokomi? Wowee. Wowee.
So, we're going to the court
Even
of
has energy saving mode.
Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of fun.
Again, she's not an OP hydro healer. Is what it is.
Shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her?
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, he's right.
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top.
How is it our problem?
Escape route if she All right.
Understood. Understood. Yowzers. Don't they have a good legal system here? I should be able to handle this, like, without us. Hello?
Here I go.
So, anyway. The point of the whole thing is to go to the statue of the Seven. Obviously. Wowee, that's 200 meters up, or what? Wowee. Oh yeah, right. This is a tall building, I forgot. That's so cool. Yep, we did the parry thing, there's a tree there. Don't do that, there ain't no tree there. Okay, oh, we get the high-speed railway on water. Why would you make it on water? I mean, fair enough. But, fair enough. But, I have questions. A rush of water? Water speaking to me. I feel like I'm using gills to breathe. Oh, I can go underwater now. That's nice. You could try doing something for once, Paimon. Or I'm lonely going underwater alone. Yeah, I'd rather say I'm lonely without Paimon. I'll fish you out again. I only dive in Fontaine. Okay, what was the other one about? What is the other one there? Under the protection of the transoceanic source water, what you expand while moving underwater is not stamina, but aquatic stamina. As such, when your aquatic stamina is expanded, you will not drown. Okay. Ah, because you still have normal stamina. Okay. You gotta go back up, probably. So, I was thinking... Can we dive here? Do we have to play Traveler? I hope not. This is not the right place. Not the right place. Or we have to play Traveler. I don't know. Whatever. Oh man, I feel like we have to play Traveler. Oh. Oh. That's not what I meant to do.
He wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her? Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction! What should we do? Should we chase her? You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away. Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief. Yeah, let's go.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Oh.
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right, you're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things...
All right, let's put this little detour behind.
Off to the court. And beautiful place.
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around!
This is an aqua bus. It's pretty convenient.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Oh, our favorite reporter from Fontaine. He's made it.
What?
Whoa-wee! Wowee!
Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte!
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you all riding the aqua bus. In the story of my life, this is big news. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move.
I like how we move during the cutscene, and it's totally logical. We don't just randomly get dropped in front of Fontaine. Amazing.
Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce you to our new friend!
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performance.
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place. So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topic.
Smart.
For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
Wow, we should have just fasted for 5 days. Also, try not to choke on chocolate with nuts in it. These nuts.
You're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen.
Oh, whoa.
If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't wait for the truth to be revealed.
So, what is the serial disappearances of young women?
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago.
Wow, we.
Ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace. But the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found.
Ah, that's why the net in the trailer is disappearing.
Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection
Suspected
with this. Shortly
suspects.
after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
Ah, so clearing the air. Maybe they're copycat criminals.
Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Linny.
Oh no, it's the foreshadowing. Oh, those. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Wowie.
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Sure.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay. Paimon hopes we can chat again soon.
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
Oh yeah.
What a tough job.
Wonder if that's the weekly's
Running around
location.
and interviewing everyone. Well, where should...
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first?
Sure. We wouldn't mind at all.
Okay. Wowee.
And away I go.
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
Oh, talented family.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
You go ahead.
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption. Before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets.
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials.
That's our Fremine. Oh,
We hope we don't drown. What an ill omen.
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago?
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour. When I was a child, My mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lung. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Another one of the elemental dragons of Tibet.
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers. It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. On the day of the performance, just ride the aquabus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
See you at the performance.
Are you leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, perhaps we could trouble the traveler to... I'm afraid...
more busy work.
Quite
No trouble at all.
No trouble.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
Oh, no need.
We get you back, my man. What's wrong with you? Meow. It'll only be kind of like that silly Hydro Archon. As compensation, meow.
Hello?
Moshi mosh.
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made?
We're just here to help out.
Oh no,
With the busy work. With the busy work. Come on. Don't be shy around the busy workers.
I can't.
Wowee.
Why use your hand?
I use your hand when you use machine and be 10 times faster. Elementum, what's that?
Wow, I'm not complete when a trial is...
New magic energy source.
So that's what its other function is? But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power?
And the guards do it too.
Oh yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even
So
though I've
elaborate.
never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes... Besides indemnitium, we have...
Indemnitium.
Pneumosia.
Pneumosia.
It is produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the...
Hey, don't mess with us now. We're just trying to pick up the what is it? The bounty? Nah, that's for later.
You again?
Payload.
Didn't I already
Meow.
that I'd have...
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the...
Huh?
Are you not budge into our conversation?
Before you go around trying to collect payments.
Wait, Childy is here. Wowie.
If Confrere of Cabriere wants to poach
Wowee.
clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora.
You're from Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month. Why are you hounding me now?
Why are you hounding me? Meow.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too.
Oh yeah, pleasant surprise.
Stay in Snezhnaya?
We sure seem to have run into a lot of friends today.
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now, and honestly, things have been pretty boring. But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble.
Man, I'm gonna roll for this guy though. I have him on America, but yeah. Focusing on one account now and forever, probably.
Either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Pretty pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting.
Just not sure I want to build a team with him.
Our trip here has gone pretty well so far, right, Traveler?
I don't mind a little excitement every now and then.
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting something?
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs? Listen to me, boy. If you want Shamora, fine. Why don't you come and take it?
Whoa, he's getting provoked. Bad choice, bad time.
Not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing,
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys!
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our you're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
You're having yours.
I'm sure this won't take
They
long.
tried to mess with us anyway, so but maybe not the best idea to look for trouble in this town, so let's leave it to this guy.
No time to lose. Yeah, yeah. Shouldn't let your guard down.
Oh yeah, no letting your guard down. Easy peasy. Hey, that's the blacksmith.
What's your deal?
I like how we got a quest with the blacksmith.
If you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank!
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand. Huh?
Whoa.
Now's my chance!
Whoa. You think you can mess with Charlie?
Huh. That was weird.
Looks like the Hydro Archon's messing around.
I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Strange. How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control of their vision.
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Ah, maybe it wasn't just enough.
I shouldn't be relying too much
He
on
wasn't
my vision anyway.
acting in the name of justice.
I always have my delusion in case I need it.
I use the delusion too often.
What are you doing in Fontaine, child? I don't see its work for Northland Bank.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Huh? What kind of reason is that?
He's just having fun.
I don't know, but recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible...
Maybe connected to the vision in the water Archon.
Maybe you losing control of your vision just...
Yeah, tell him, Paimon. Yo, tell him, Paimon.
It's a possibility.
Do you have any idea where it came from?
I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss.
The vision. You got it.
It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk. She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
Oh man, he got traces of the Slender Man. What the heck?
What
the heck?
She never explained that.
The Slender Man!
That it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss.
Maybe not.
In my dream,
Probably
I
not.
was in the deepest depths of the sea.
Meow.
The boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Ooh.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale that seemed...
Yep.
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon.
Seems like it's possible that the power inside you is connected to your incident in the abyss.
So why you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the
Yeah,
answer.
maybe she knows.
You make it sound so easy.
Too
Ever
easy.
since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk, but it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that.
I like how buddy travelers was childy. Wow.
Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere
I mean, he
else
is like
need to be.
almost a
So I should
rival,
get going.
so.
What? More work for the Northland Band?
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling bored.
I mean, it's not bad to keep some tabs on this guy. He tends to be trouble, so. Yeah.
Official champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist. The champion duelists are all powerful fighters selected from among the so engaging in such a duel is, and the worst case scenario, though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty. From what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your life?
So, do many people actually get out of their trials?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens. Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me.
What? Is he just looking for duels?
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before.
Oh,
And he met the Hydro Archon.
I want you to have this.
The other playable Electro character. Whoa.
Your vision?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel. So, I think I'll be better off without it for now.
He's thinking ahead. What a clever boy. Clever guy. He's really one of the more thoughtful characters, honestly.
Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
Man.
Sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the
Man.
same to Paimon.
He sure knows that he can trust us, and he's just abusing it as much as he wants. What a guy. Meow.
Well,
What a guy.
do for now. We might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's performance.
Hope we don't get into any trouble because of this. I mean, he's a nice guy, and I know he wouldn't do anything too outrageous unless it's important to him, so... But there are some rather out there things that are important to him. Remember Liu? Yeah. Oh well. I mean, he had his reasons. And on the side, he looked for a couple of fights as well. I mean, you know, it does look like he's just having fun, but really, he is a loyal member of the Valtteri Harbingers at the end of the day. Owie, what are we doing here? Oh, spoiling stories. Should you spoil the mystery?
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Whew. Paimon never saw that twist coming. The murder mystery novels here are amazing.
I thought I'd see the day when Paimon would enjoy reading.
The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House.
Ooh.
Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too.
I'm good. Already read Umineko.
Paimon will be more careful next time.
I think that was enough of that for a while.
Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to see Linny's performance soon? It's almost time for the show to start, so we should...
Ah, we.
Opera House is on there, and yes, so let's go ride the Aquabus!
Alrighty. Just a moment. Alrighty. A cat is in. What was that thing on the map? I don't get it. Oh well. Right, the Navia line. Okay. I guess we use the story to get all over the place. Wait a minute. We go up there, or I don't know. Probably, maybe not. Could be an elevator somewhere. Oh yeah, I knew it. 4th floor, maybe too high. Probably not. It should be above. Like where you can have some nice view. Wait a minute. No! I can always jump down. This better not be against the law. Wait a minute.
Welcome to the court of Fontaine. Please watch your step.
Somehow we skipped up floor.
Make my escape.
So floor 1 to floor 2 is a pretty big distance, but the other ones are all close to each other. I see. Wait a minute. I feel like we're missing the thing. Kind of want to pick that one up. Ugh. Yeah, no, we pick up the... Wait. Yeah, no way I'll skip the... what is it? Map reveal. No way, yeah. It's right there. Okay. Easy enough. I'll talk to this guy later. Impossible to miss. Imagine missing this. Imagine not revealing your map, and then you're like, okay, how did any of this work anyway? Hello? Yeah. I like that the game doesn't babysit you through that one, at least. Dude, there's supposed to be ways to go down. Why use those ways? Hello? Hello? I guess they're just for show. Like, what? What is this? How do you even... I'm gonna be so trolled if there's no way to get into these. I'm gonna get into these. Are they really just decorations? What kind of decoration is that? Come on. Come on, what? This better be... What? What is this? Why would you put this there? Why would you put this there? And then we fall into the water, not like this. And we have to go there anyway. Intelligent design. I mean, in principle, this would check out logically if you could actually go through these paths. Just saying. Oh wait, can we dive? We have an extra bar. An extra stamina bar. Ah. Anyway, time to go to floor 3 and ride the aqua bus. Okay, now my controller started issuing random commands again. Not like this. Flip it upside down and weird things happen. Did not change track just there. Just shame. How do you do? I notice the creatures are adorable.
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan. The boat will be departing imminently. Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the boat. The Aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so. Also, please remember to buy the Steambird, though I don't read it myself. The destination of the current tour is Arenias. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese. If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky. An experiment gone wrong turned new sightseeing opportunity. Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing. Approaching our final destination. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark. Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying, as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens. Please be careful when disembarking. It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you.
Nice. Nice service. You just follow the path. New bird. We didn't commit another crime. We're going into the pool. Imagine not having Sayu. Imagine. Oh, there it is. The big building from the trailer.
Now this is fancy! The Opera Epiclese. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon. Please bless us with a bright and healthy child.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine.
Vache.
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
No, Paimon didn't say anything.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here.
Lynette, you scared Paimon.
Lenny asked me to wait here for you.
Right.
I seem to hear a faint voice just now.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
The voice was coming from the fountain.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you?
I see. I might be able to... In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experience.
It's because of her sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Oh, whoa.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotion. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
Interesting explanation. Not sure I buy it.
So, what did the voice say?
Calling out someone's name.
If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Lenny might help him relax a
Oh, right. That...
Good guy, traveler. Wanna help out Lenny? I'm not from Taylor, so how would I know? Souvenir. Whoa, that happened. The first fluffy creature you encounter. Get free. It's not happened. Oh, that's Child's Vision. What is that 4-star thing we picked up? Looked like a key. Oh, it might be an artifact. 4-star artifact, always worthless. Dendro on a hydro set, substance, whatever. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just whatever. The 4-star artifact, when the 4-star artifact is food, period. Ugh. Low-key trolled. Hey, you. Meet Nahida.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, but you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seat.
Ooh, front row seats! Thanks, Lynn.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Lenny, could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats.
Okay. Are they upstairs? I'm gonna go upstairs. Yeah, it looks like they're... Wait, I'm not sure. Either way.
Can't touch me.
Front row. Ah. Now, who would that be? Do we get to meet the dude sometime? Is that the dude?
This should be our seat.
Why not show the dude right next to us? Who is it? Ah! Who is it? Hello? Paimon?
Hey, Traveler. Maybe we
Is
should...
it a lady or is that the dude? That's usually your job, Paimon.
Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, it is the dude.
I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if...
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down. Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So let's talk, but, what should we talk about?
This is getting even more awkward.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? This is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction.
Oh yeah, Paimon's Paimon, remember?
Paimon is Paimon.
Oh yeah, Traveler's Traveler, Paimon's Paimon. We just arrived here.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tivat.
Well, that takes care of that then.
And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself.
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor to here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Nervillet?
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Oh, whoa.
Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important...
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you... So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later.
Oh, she's spying on us.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations.
Yay! The show's finally about to start!
Ubu! Ubu, Paimon, Ubu.
They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting!
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epicles. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Oh.
Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations.
Oh man, that's dangerous though. What if something bad happens?
I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
Whoa.
A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
Whoa. Whoa. He made the head empty. Whoa. Whoa. It's an empty head floating. Whoa, he made it more empty. Whoa, even more empty. He keeps emptying the head. It's also floating. Whoa, extra empty. Whoa-wee. What an empty head.
But this isn't what you came for.
That's right.
You've seen them all before.
That's right. Show me the real magic.
It's time for something truly extraordinary. Don't you think?
Oh, whoa.
It's a little tricky.
What birds? Oh man, where did she get the birds from? Oh, she appeared out of nowhere. His sister.
Right before your very eyes.
That's dangerous. Oh no. Oh no, this was all teased in the trailer. Oh no. Alrighty, she's underwater.
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top.
Wowee. Wowee.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape.
Oh no.
The magician would be getting very nervous right around.
Yeah, that's scary. What's going on?
Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
Wowee. Wowee. Her clothing.
Lynette, are you still?
He undressed his sister. What's going on?
All our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Wowee. Wowee, she better wear something. Yes, she does. She does wear something. It's like she has two outfits that both look the same. Man, there you get me excited for alternate Lunette outfit. That's a good one though. Wowee. How'd she do that? What the heck? It was a Lunette puppet all along in the water. What a show!
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still left. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
I mean, a good magician would appreciate the challenge, no?
Guess you're right. I'm not gonna believe
Good enough for Paimon, that explanation.
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that but our magical journey has only just begun. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that
And that was thrilling, though.
was impressive enough.
Owie.
Annette is still my assistant after all.
How's you gonna top this?
In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations.
Oh, true, but what about somebody from the audience?
So, for my next trick,
I knew it.
Please, if my assistants could... There are 2 boxes, and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the... I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already... Our lucky audience member and I... Now please, everyone pay...
Wow! Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
I'm sure we can spot how he does it.
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector. It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meropide.
Oh, okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box...
Is she a plant? Did he plant her and rig the numbers?
You all give me a countdown?
Meow.
Like this. 60, 59, 58. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
The crowd's gonna enforce it, yes.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60! 50! That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see...
54? 53? Why aren't you counting, Nervalet?
I am counting in my head.
Oh.
I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, alright. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable. 40! 39!
Still consider it.
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
It's all part of the show. Bang? What?
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Maybe it was just to divert our attention.
Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about 25!
What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in the...
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here.
Never mind decorations. There's no time for that.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds.
Is this a recording? And they are swapping in an underground tunnel with a planted audience member?
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long count. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
Wowee.
10!
Wowee.
There now. 8! Swapping 2 people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again. 7! Hey, slow down! Honestly! 5! 4! 3! Whoops!
Whoa! He showed up! Whoa! How did he do that? How did he do that? Whoa! Oh man! Oh man! How does he do that? Body doubles? How? How? Maybe it's his sister. One of them was his sister. So she's nowhere to be seen. Ah! Whoa! That's not good. What happened to the person? What happened to the person? Wait a minute. That's not part of the show. That's not part of the show. What the heck?
Is this part of the show? Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now.
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show.
Somebody check if she's alive. Oh my lord.
This performance is over. Medical staff with
Yes.
guards secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out.
Oh boy. That escalated quickly.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of justice.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon.
Wowee. So, what about the person?
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead.
Whoa.
Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe.
Whoa.
Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage.
Whoa.
As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found.
Wait a minute.
It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance, and there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
Ooh.
The serial disappearances case?
Now the foreshadowing is paying off. They pull it off like this, in front of an audience, including the Archon and Chief Justice.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that bad? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Lenny, is now the prime suspect for the series.
He sure got a quick temper, oh man.
Why me?
That's a good question.
This all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not?
He was chosen by random.
Assistance, is he not?
Why would he want his assistant to die?
Now that I think
all the questions.
Speech about
Meow.
making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. How can Lenny do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show,
Oh, that too.
he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
He's a suspect at most.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute...
I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense.
What?
Looks like she's gonna personally...
You're a fool! You're a fool! Lady Farina, tell her!
Kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
You guys make for the worst audience. Get out of it. Snap out of it. You may press charge against these fools for being fools.
But what excites
Meow.
me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, traveler.
Oh.
Support Lenny, won't you?
Yes.
After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
I trust Lenny.
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the traveler and I, but with Lenny's help, are little, so no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a
So
clear
I guess we have to figure out this murder case now.
It wasn't a
Sheesh.
obviously lost last time.
I understand. Well, traveler.
Charges have been
Set you in
pressed.
her sights. Are you willing to act as Mr. Lindsay's
Yes, I
assistant?
am. Now we are an attorney.
Day from now in the opera house.
Oh man.
Both sides may investigate the
Promote
site
to ace attorney.
search for the truth.
Oh man. How does that work? How do you attorney?
And the audience may begin to leave in an
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot.
And building us up in the narrative. I'm not sure if that's justified. We're just a traveler.
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
No.
Here. Thank you so much for trusting me. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries lit. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the... As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all
It's
that
very strange.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Where did you get those glasses?
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city. Don't worry.
Pretty cool.
Our own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
I think they look cute on you, Paim.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm used to this sort of thing.
Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Ah, well... I'm afraid that would involve some of our...
The secrets behind our magic are past saving.
I suppose you're right. The truth... 'tis truly a pity. As a magician, but if revealing our secrets will... We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation team...
Okie dokie.
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
We're Lenny and Lynette, attorneys.
Ah, I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with
We're
you.
getting mixed up in this world plot of a mess. Okay.
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cal.
Wasn't the girl supposed to be in there?
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burnt. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But just because you have access doesn't mean... I mean, everyone from the thing, from the troop has access. What? Dude.
He doesn't have a motive.
Yeah.
Both good friends of his.
Well, you can't say were...
So
We've
injustice.
known each other for a little while.
Able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys.
I mean, let's just say there's a bit of curiosity going on too. It's not like you can prove he was it, so maybe lay low. My man, Asmon from the guards. Hey, don't be so full of yourself. I take the warning though.
I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
Yeah, that's true, so... state your case. Thank you. I don't even care about this guy's argument. I just want to hear his case. Likely suspect? What a load of bollocks. People can also be the most reliable evidence.
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for you.
Yeah, I mean, appreciate it.
Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious.
So, case record. It's like the Aranara from Sumeru. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my lord. Now we have another 10-hour long side quest. Okay, let's go. Meow. Oh, he got a face. Okay.
Whoever the murderer was, they must have made preparations.
500 with the dumb glasses.
Whoever the murderer was,
I love it.
must have made preparations well beforehand.
This is way more interactive than the previous thing.
Why would it be him?
I love it.
Strange.
Also, yeah, I did the thing with the pyramids as well. It's a similar vibe to it, but yeah, this is even better. Also, nice fountain pen on the artwork of that. Well, I was just wondering. Wait, what is this? What the? We can't even change characters. What the? I thought we can just ignore this and do like the mainline story some more.
Hello there. What?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still... The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list. Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for it. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide. The Magic Troop members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troop at all.
Whoa.
Were the victims of previous...
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were...
Okay then.
Thank you.
So formal. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these.
Okay. Well, that helps. That's a rope.
So this is the rope that broke... The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
Either Lenny didn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler? Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material. Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
Seems to be flammable, like a type of flash cotton.
So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means...
That means somebody prepared it!
Wait! Why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes!
You just have to swap the rope and rig the random location generator. And get the dude into the box and kidnap the girl. Interesting. Also get the box and the tank aligned. Wowee. I guess it's not important that the guy actually gets crashed. That's a bonus. You. What do you know?
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
Oh.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about—
You're trying to help them?
Lenny used the machine to pick a Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time.
What?
I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance.
Oh, so you just wait for a suited target to have the seat to make a move.
In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where.
Yeah, but some hypothetical third party would have known it too. Anyone would have known.
checks out? Linny
If you have a year to prepare for this one and just wait for some young lady, well, at some point you're gonna hit the jackpot. Meow.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Sorry to bother.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
I mean, it's actually not bad for his case because it makes it extremely accessible to any third party. At the same time, like, you don't need to rig the generator if it's rigged already. You just have to wait for the right target. It's obvious. Meow. And the right target being a group, you know, like any girl of a certain age to fit the profile. Is a very obvious one. They just got unlucky. How'd he do it? You.
I see.
Who are you? Wait, what?
Investigating the area.
My
Well,
gamepad's.
it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened,
That makes sense.
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice, Lynette perhaps, jumping atop the water tank, and when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
Wait, wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing. Oh, that's
Wouldn't
true.
have swung.
I suppose I must reconsider.
It was that loud, yeah.
That does
So what was that sound?
What was with that sound?
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us.
What? What?
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Well, there's that lady.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No?
And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Blonde, elegant lady. That's a first. Is that blonde or green? I don't know.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
How we?
Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Meows. Demoiselle's
Meows.
various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the name?
Well, I am the second generation president. Meows and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too. That's why we're looking for clues now, but how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Okay.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her. All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's...
Wait a minute! Did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry. You won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
I mean, it depends.
Well,
not always. Yeah, good call there, Pro Tycoon. Meow. Something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment. Doing so makes it easy for the truth to fall by the wayside.
See, Silver and Meows? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I too think that the Traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that
Aw, yeah.
then...
All right, that's quite enough, Meows. Anyway, I like your answer.
We pass. Let's
Make
go.
some preparations, following which our...
Wait! Since when did we become assistant?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure.
That's more like it.
You're missing the point part.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental.
Yeah, I think it's better to pool our resources here. She seems trustworthy, you know.
You wish to save a friend from
In worst case, we can keep tabs on her.
to unravel the disappearances.
You have a point. Huh. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got...
I'm on YouTube and Trovo. Hi there, Kyril. What are you doing? Meow.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Linny's tricks. Thanks!
Oh, yeah, I know, right? Back on Trovo.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment.
Oh, whoa.
Leave, you must register your identity with...
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this?
Yes, After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection.
Oh, whoa.
So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
Wait, doesn't seem like I'm on Trovo? Wowie. I mean, it's not a big deal because it's just Trovo, but... Yo, it doesn't seem like I am. Dude, Restream.io, what are you doing? What are you doing? I might as well check. Wowie. Wowie. I turned it off and on. It wants me to reconnect. Wowie. Oh yeah, it does want me to reconnect. What is this nonsense? Trovo, always with the extra stuff. But yeah, thanks for telling me. And how have you been? What are you up to? Is my password? Yes. I'm able to connect. Maybe I'm sending too much data. Unable to connect. It's not even that much. What the heck? Even Twitch takes this much. Okay, let's remove it and add it again. That should fix it. Global. Okay. Unable to connect. Trovo! What are you doing? Huh. Alright, I'll just go with Trovo is dead. Go on Twitch. Secondary location. Whatever. Why not? Alright, I guess we're on Twitch now. Alrighty. Now that was much opportunity then.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time.
Ooh. They've been looking out for the security all along.
I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck, but still, I did not abandon my post. And I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave.
Wowee.
We Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here.
Thank
you for your help.
But I don't know how many exits this place has. I guess this concludes the safety situation for the entrances and exits, period.
Everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going.
Wowee.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived.
Who's this?
It's the TivvyCat. Wait, no, it's Navia.
Guardian Angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and will be helping investigate this whole situation.
I mean, does she look trustworthy to these guys? I sure hope so. Meow.
And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
You look like the mafia, not gonna lie.
Fine by me.
Alrighty. Lunette's approval
Helpers, I would be most
has
grateful.
been had.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Wowee.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But
Wowee.
before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
Not really?
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering
Ooh, the back of the door is different.
The back?
Is it?
You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it?
Very good indeed. I thought you might. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board.
Ooh.
So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Another box inside this one?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
But how does it work? He was so fast.
There was a passageway under the magic box.
He was so fast.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances. See this flat? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
When did he install all of
The
this?
trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's...
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley. All while the outer box would...
So that's how you did...
Once the box was lowered...
Why do you need a box for this?
...through this device here, with which it would complete...
I didn't need a box! Just like have a tunnel and walk. What?
The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Right. You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end.
Oh, I could have had a body double for that one.
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via...
I get it.
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting.
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. It wasn't the assistant though, but her. He's also an assistant, actually.
We are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked. Wow. Every detail you revealed was more amazing.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
Wowee.
I really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime.
2 crimes. Don't forget about the kidnapping.
Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more.
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Alrighty. But how did they install all of this? What the? That's wild to me. You get the box up with a ladder. Apparently.
What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of...
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is.
Okay. Okay. What a mess.
Is wet. Please be careful not to
slip. What a mess.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Trick?
It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear. And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to...
Okay.
Oh, these are the clothes that her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be...
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping? Ugh, this is so...
Let's write it down. Oh yeah.
What is this place?
Looks like a vent.
Huh. Could this have been the suspects?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, this space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Maybe he turned them into a ghost. That's why the clothes were missing from the ghost. And then they unghosted them, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's no ways in and out besides the entrance and exit point with magic boxes. There's a vent and the exit. Ah, man.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes, let's head back up.
Okay. That went though. Maybe the girl got roped.
Ascertain the state of the crime.
Roped through the vent. But why is she naked? I don't understand.
Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait,
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident.
So
and no one was found hiding?
Secret chamber then! You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
It would seem so.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
I mean, if you can't explain where the girl went, I don't think you can actually leverage accusations here. Like, you still have to explain how they would have gotten the girl somewhere out of the building or somewhere else.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
It would be good if we, I guess, figured it out for them, but maybe they should also get their case straight. Like, what about the kidnapping? You can't just be like, well, they kidnapped somebody, and they have no way to prove any of that, and then the whole case falls apart if you can't prove both parts.
Charges and
Because it's all conjuncture anyway.
charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
Like, you can't just do conjuncture and have only half the case figured out through conjuncture. You gotta do full conjuncture, you know? That would be a reasonable defense, I think. If you can't even produce conjuncture for the missing girl,
That's right. This is how a trial
the
goes
whole
in the
whole process is
During the proceedings,
Rigged.
the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
Who's the Oratrice?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness test to put it
And even the audience emotion.
The Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Neverlet called the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Huh? Why?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case.
Wow, we. Okay.
And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa, whoa! There's no need for that! Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Classic Paimon.
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous... I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea. Just kidding! Just kidding! Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
Hmm? What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh?
Understood,
But how?
mademoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
But how? Now that is the question.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever...
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks.
These three are quite the interesting group.
True.
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now.
I mean, we got a portable stove too, to be fair.
From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking prep, but you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Not quite what Paimon meant.
Paimon was just thinking, aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty beating egg whites?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try, fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each.
Only 3?
What's with the funny faces?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea is ready to be served as well.
Tea is ready. Should I make some tea?
Strong black tea with a floral fragrance that
Maybe
clears the
later.
mind and lifts the spirit.
Why don't you take a break as well?
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confine. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
Missing God and the keys. That's a question.
During the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence that this third person even exists.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the but the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowl before making her escape?
That's right. And
Didn't know the magic trick.
with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive.
Who's Halsey?
That she has never had any dealings with the magic trick.
Were we not fit from the sound of things? This is turning into a... Your macarons are...
You don't need dealings with the magic troupe, though. You just wanna like recreate this murder, murder sequence.
They are my specialty after all.
As long as you know the tunnel is there.
I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good...
No. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
It's fine. If you ate them, you ate them.
Wait, even you don't believe Paimon?
I wonder what happened there.
Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons. Then may they turn into stone in her stomach.
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our... Malus, set up the stove again, if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
No need, no need.
As you wish.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
The ingredients expert. Okay.
That's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage.
All right, thanks for your help.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find
It's
anything.
time to go ovo. What is it? Time to ovo.
All right, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Emon's notes. I don't think we're good here. 8 on the next day. Sure. Maui.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing.
You have some thoughts.
Impossible things don't just happen.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well?
Best of luck to you.
Since when does Paimon Glitterwing gliding? What? What is going on? That's new.
Finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you...
Well now, don't you all look disappointed? That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence.
Oh, you don't even know Farina Meow.
But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated...
Also, the innocent may not be able to produce proof of their innocence, so...
Since both parties
you had proved, what is it? Innocent until proven guilty.
The magic show incident is now in session. Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain?
Yes, of course. I will
We know. We already know.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Oh yeah, that's correct.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly there is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
Prove it!
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the...
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of...
No, nothing.
Oh. So, he was in the tunnel, so he didn't hear the loud thud.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't hear it in the tunnel.
Huh?
Hey, hang on!
What? Strange sound. Yep, there was that.
Something's not right here.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside.
I was right by the box and I definitely heard the thud.
That means he must have been in the tunnel.
Those scales. Could those mean...
Well then, ladies...
How can that be against Lenny? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems as of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
The House of the Hearth?
Who?
No,
Fatui?
something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing.
I've got a feeling that what
Whoa.
happened on stage probably wasn't just...
Okay, now that's a bad public pleaser. For the wrong side.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in
I mean, you don't have to prove innocence, no? What? What the? Maybe they play by different rules here.
Speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted?
What is... What is this? That's too adorable. Oh man.
This was almost too easy. Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
What preparations? Is she framing them?
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members. Are these claims? Please answer my...
I'm sorry. Yes.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Granted.
My client has withheld some key information. My defense can't proceed.
In that case, what is your request?
Request a brief adjournment.
Is that really necessary?
The defendant deceived their own attorney.
Order! Order! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn.
1 hour, alrighty.
Stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do know. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
This was a good opportunity to figure out what exactly the thud was about.
Well, this is
awkward.
I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Paimon, we based our entire reasoning on not to set the wrong tone or anything.
I'm very sorry. I know you've clashed with the Vtui several times before, but our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort.
How can we know this isn't just another lie?
Right. So, you be the judge. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but...
Where did you actually go while the trick was being performed?
Let's hear your answer first!
Of course. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurate? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it.
So on some kind of mission they are.
From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick, with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is...
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Ah, what did you find?
Nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice, which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I could. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish
Alrighty.
to but like I said earlier, you can be the judge.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in the facts. I'll defend you from these charges.
Okay.
Nothing to lose.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
Wait, we have the key evidence? Tell it to her, to her, Paimon. I mean, to her traveler. Yes. Dormant's over, let's go back.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
I mean, I still don't know. Where did the girl go that got kidnapped? Voice in the chamber. Ooh. Maybe... I don't get it. Maybe the girl was mind-controlled into the Oratrice chamber? What? What is going on?
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
That took long enough. Now then, if ever at this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
Oh, we can find loopholes. And play the audience.
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel.
Oh yeah.
Flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud.
No, he went into the thing, the
To
vent.
be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her.
He wasn't there.
This time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linney red-handed. So Linney proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into the...
He wasn't there. The person 3 was there.
Linney passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident.
The person 3 was lying in wait to do all of this. Oh yeah.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events. Well,
He wasn't there. Obviously.
according to Linney, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Oh yeah. What is this? Things actions in the tunnel. He heard a voice.
Linney went to the room that contained
That's what he said.
Loris's core. This is the actual
It's the blue truth from Umineko. Oh yeah. Down Cowl. I mean, it already happened early.
Linney did not take part in the underground altercation.
But yes, it already took
Witnessed
place.
traces of the aftermath.
Easy. Easy.
Detective Paimon has something to say. When the captain
Wowee.
Linny did indeed go into the tunnel, but he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again. And in order to complete the magic trick, from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent.
Oh yeah. See if the audience buys it up. At least we got some confusion going, it seems.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that!
Good job, Paimon.
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
Oh yeah. Moreover, I believe my opposition's reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell him! And that's why they're partners of mine.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back
How you refuted Lily's alibi initially?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Your claim has also become a critical clue. Wait. I mean, it's about the sound again, right? You didn't hear it.
Right! Linny wasn't in the box or in the
Yeah, obviously.
didn't hear anything strange during the performance.
Why you make me click that? It's obvious.
When the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
What's up with Paimon here?
Well played.
So hype.
To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Somebody who lied in wait. Gear icon. What? I know. It's only one choice, though. What? Using a box inside a box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported. And Linny himself would also use this talent to get to the other side. Change her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge. The on-stage thing. Those belong to Halsey, lady who went missing, or found in the tunnel. Reason remains unknown. Who was the person who could possibly have committed the crime? The assistant got wrecked. It's kind of pointing to the assistant who got wrecked. Then a third person from the troop.
Deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Could there have been a third person involved? Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member.
Oh, we can select her. The other one we can't.
The deceased's name is Cowl, Linny's... Could there have been a third person?
Oh, you can select the... Man, it was the guy who got wrecked, really?
The deceased's name
You can only select after you had the interaction to read the thing. Okay. I mean, I could see that. This is like a troop internal thing. Something went terribly wrong.
That can't be right.
Something went terribly wrong in that ploy.
The killer was, in fact, Cowl, the deceased!
Oh, yeah.
Is that so? How interesting! What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowl did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator...
Wowie. How can we envisage Linny as having been unable to interfere with a crime?
The sound we heard may have come... It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have... No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. The deceased's name is Cowl, Linny's assistant. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and... It would have been tough for both people to fit... No one entered or left the...
Yeah, no. Okay.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. Linny was not in the tunnel.
Okay, that's our theory. Altercation in the tunnel.
No one entered or left the Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So, there must have been some... The sound we heard may have come from a... It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey?
Can I prove that there was an altercation in the tunnel? I mean, the clothing? Maybe? I'm suspect this guy.
Cowl.
And the missing Halsey go.
May have come from a clash. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent.
No. Okay. We got two pair out.
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and...
Oh, yeah, sure. Where did Halsey go?
The sound we heard may have come from a clash. The sound we heard may have come... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
What? Are we missing something here? Oh. Strange noise could likely have been the sound of Cowl and Halsey shoving. He was not in the tunnel. This would have given time for Cowl to bring Halsey out of the box in the audience stand. According to guards' testimony, no one entered out of the opera house. Yeah, you can't really get out of the box.
Are you still having trouble figuring...
Where did Halsey go?
Look, since we're at a dead end, just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial...
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them... And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear.
Escaping from the water tank. How did that happen?
interruption, dear opponents. But do you...
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Hold on a second.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. The sound we heard may have come from a clash. The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
Whoa. Whoa, the water. The water.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be
Oh yeah, it's the nation of water.
Just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at them. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
I request that we examine Cowell's personal effects. What's that? We might find something there.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection.
Even so, I trust the traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on, but given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings.
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more. Guards, please step into the lounge.
Alrighty. And what a speed trial it is.
Still examining the items, but we have already made critical. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
The primordial sea?
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice. The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears.
He dissolved the girl.
These tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date.
The vase was empty all along. The girl turned into water.
Notes also state that these
Wowee.
properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as
Wowee.
As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You gotta be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Wowee!
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence.
Man, they got a case on their hands here. Nice.
Become water. Does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your
Let's go. Just...
Order! Order! It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results. But we cannot yet verify the veracity of these. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along Mr. Linney. It appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected to...
Right! Like the metal heart! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
What are we doing? Who's the prime subject? This guy.
His name is Cowell.
One item the cover used to control the timing of the dissolution. The hook?
Seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was
Triggering.
instead
Item.
the water from the primordial.
One item the culprit used to hide the mechanism behind the crime.
The rope
Container.
that the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and cut.
Wait. Where is it?
I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that. Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this? I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
Oh yeah. There were some stars hanging down. And stuff. It looked differently overall.
It's in the original plan. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowl would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confused.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they are... I shall now invite...
New evidence.
Thank
Could it
you.
be?
We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved, and we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal...
My gamepad is dying. What is going on? Oh, Lenny had some too? What? He's being framed!
I see. Well,
He's being framed!
my dear citizen,
Oh man.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave, having made modifications to the props beforehand. His accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner. Ultimately, he knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
Okay, how do we attack this one?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. Is this the end of...
Wowee.
Oh no! Paimon can't think of anything seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move.
I think we've all seen enough now. And I believe this is indeed the finale. Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Ooh.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, I'll show you
Little magic.
one that can
Ooh.
bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. What in...
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my...
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's... Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your part. As the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance.
I understand.
Ooh.
And voila.
Oh, there she is. How?
Sorry for the interruption.
Where have you been?
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving...
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl.
Wowie, wowie.
What? Why?
Yeah, why?
Honestly,
I did kind of suspect her in the middle, but...
Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Lenny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief! Lenny even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though.
Oh.
So I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costume. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
Rational thief could make it work.
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it.
Oh, but you were supposed to be in there. So you swapped the dude, you swapped the murderer into the place of the murderers.
Had I known that, I would have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
So it's manslaughter of the person who wanted to kill her. Wild, wild.
This time, we need to tell the entire story.
Alright, from Lilian's perspective. Sure. Yes. How would Halsey have reacted? She would change her clothing. They would fight. Yeah.
It wasn't from a fight. It was Lily-Ann's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
Oh. Okay. I did indeed break out.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lily-Ann and Cowl.
Ah, so that's how it was. What did Halsey do? Girl.
Lily-Ann was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experience.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time! Having been selected out of the blue, Lily-Ann, her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel.
What a strange coincidence, though.
Hearing the commotion, Cowl leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lily-Ann had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box.
Ooh.
The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lilith, with no way of
And she put him in the box.
changed her clothes and hid
Okay. That's a good one. Now, I still wonder how she got that seat. I don't think it's coincidence. All the tickets, but...
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the Opera House these last 2 days!
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses.
Oh,
Talk about a sneaky thief.
that's where the macarons went.
All the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light!
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Yeah, looks like people like it.
Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow! Look at that! She's like a deflated balloon!
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be to cover up any evidence while committing the deed. Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box, and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water.
What is this? How does that even work?
The young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
Nice. Now, we still got this thief and manslaughterer, and also this person who was looking at the core of the opera house.
There is much in Linny and the
well, we got some new trials coming up.
This case at least can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Oh man, the Archon of this place sure doesn't have it easy either.
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Great work.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Man, that was a ride.
Next,
Wow,
I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dare to bring before this court?
Ooh. I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your...
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders.
Oh no.
We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui.
Oh no.
The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
The whole system is rigged.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration.
Whoa.
We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
Oh no. I knew it. I knew it. They wouldn't let him live.
Now he can no longer talk.
I knew it.
Such ruthlessness.
In the courtroom.
I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Maybe it was a triggered event. Like when he speaks of the boss, he goes turn into a puddle. They're not needed here anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
What is it now?
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
You shouldn't wish to see anyone be falsely accused.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then.
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth?
Who?
Right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past. Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performance.
So you went from orphans to nobility?
That was how we felt at first too. As if fate was on our... But I gradually discovered that while we were called, he would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either.
Like win-win.
Better than roaming the streets at any...
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one
performance
at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift.
Oh no.
I mean, you'll be able to perform regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
That's wild.
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
What happened next?
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person, and hurried through the night. But all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the dark.
So, she'd already taken care of that.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans. Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer.
Father, the knave, she. Alright. Alright.
The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours.
I see.
Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles, but she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
A knave is after the Gnosis, isn't she?
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis's power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
Wow, that would be a good thing, no?
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. All of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland. To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
Still can't completely trust you. Alright.
I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
I understand. Goodbye.
Bye, Linny!
Wowee. Oh. Do we get some respite here, or do they keep coming with the plot points?
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us now?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
I'm sorry, Navia.
Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
I was really only trying to defend Linny.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for... And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now.
Ah, I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all. Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too.
I mean, maybe we can help out sometime. I don't know.
It's like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth. Sorry about that. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so
nice, nice. Go have a meal then.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. The cost Navia's treating, count Paimon in.
I want all about that food. Makes me hungry too.
Why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer?
I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
I wonder what's for dinner.
Alright then, let's have our farewell meal!
Oh yeah. And with that, the first of the Fontaine mainline quests has found its conclusion. I take a break here too. Hope you enjoyed this so far. And we'll stream the next of these quests again as well. Hope you look forward to it. Subscribe for more, makes the cat happy.